Do you know how high the Shuswap water tables can come in the spring? It can change, and it can be a lot more than people expect. You can see the lake way down there and where the water is. We're at the beginning of the season here. Not a lot of melt happening yet, but it's going to start happening soon. And then the water is starting to come up. So it can come basically to all the way where I'm standing pretty much. So a lot. And there's average years, and then there's years where we get a lot more runoff, and those can lead to, flooding, things like that. So a lot of times when people are looking at lakeshore properties, they'll ask the first question. They'll ask, has this property ever flooded? Great question, but chances are, if you're looking at a smaller, older cabin on the water, it has flooded in some of the peak years. So, what you really want to know and ask about is, what is the plan for this property at high water? A lot of properties, if they've been built with that in mind, some of them will be on stilts, so they'll actually be raised up, so the foundation will not be in the ground. And some of the ones that are in a foundation in the ground, they will have taken into account what's called hydrostatic pressure, which is the water tables rising in the ground that push against the foundation. And they'll actually have cuts in the foundation, especially for that, where the water can come up, and then they'll have sump pumps where it all gathers into one area and then gets pumped out and back into the lake. And then a system for drying afterwards. As the water recedes, then the whole area can get dried out, and things that are not sitting on the ground that can get damaged, any furnaces, things like that, hot water tanks, a lot of times you'll see them lifted off if they're in a basement or a crawl space type of area on a property that is really close to the water. So it's all about knowing how it's dealt with, because at some point in time, if you live really close to the lake, if you're lucky enough to, or have a cabin, then there is high water events, and it's just a matter of managing them. Just know how it works. That's one of the main questions to ask, and I always remind people of that when we're looking at Lakeshore.